Okay, everybody, so what I'm going to do real quick is give you a tour of my approximately 6-month-old, maybe 8-month-old pool to pond conversion. And I'll show pictures of this, what it looked like earlier. Unfortunately, I don't have any right at this moment, any videos. This is actually going to be my first video for something like this. So whenever I started out, obviously this was a regular swimming pool that I didn't really care about. Whenever I got the house, I didn't want to be pouring several $100s a month into chemicals, and I didn't want to be spending the time out here to clean it. So I had in mind when I was initially going to buy this house was that I was going to convert it from a pool to a pond. So this is actually February 19th of 2020. I started this project in June of 2019. So initially, of course, I allowed the pool to turn green, and then I added some fish in there to keep the mosquitoes down. Now, then after that, after I knew that I wasn't going to have any mosquito issues, what I did was I started to add fish that I wanted in there. So like if you see in here now, I've got a ton of fish. I probably have about 200 fish in here. Of various sizes. I've got gouramis, I've got platies, I've got mollies, I've got tetras, I've got barbs, I've got cichlids, I have shrimp and crab in here. Of course, I have goldfish in here. What else am I missing that I have guppies in there. You might be able to see them. Pretty much you name a schooling fish that will get along with other fish, I probably have it in here at this point. And I purchased most of these fish from Petco, PetSmart, a couple of local dealers also, a couple of local fish places. So whenever I first started, of course, I didn't have the filtering system set up that I do now. I've got a pump here that is 1,200 gallons per hour, and it will go through my bog filter here that I built myself. And I built this all by stuff that you could buy at Lowe's. I use Lowe's because I get a 10% veterans discount. The price is right. And I followed some people. I'll have to put it in my comments down below. I followed some people on how to build this bog, and that's how I came up with this. So you can see in here in my bog filter, I've got thalia, I've got canna lilies, I've got iris, I've got calicaceas in here. And I have some type of rush in here, which I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head, but it's not really a big deal. So today it's, like I said, it's February 19th, 2020. Here in Florida, where I live, it's already spring. So it's an 85-degree day. So you can see my fish are out. It's roughly around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. After I built my filter down there, what I did was next I put in plants down here at this end of the pool to help filter it out also. Of course, down here I've got the same rushes. I've got baby tut papyrus down here. I've got lilies that are growing. These are this season's lilies. I've got a little bamboo over there. I've got thalia here. I've got water potato here. And these are last year's plants. Over the last couple of days, I've just moved these off the stairs because they've grown. And now I've repotted them into a big pot. So as you can see in my projects, I actually have new ones right here. My new papyrus that I'm going to pot this year. And then I'm also going to repot these ones that are over here also. So you can see that they're outgrown. Like if you look right here at these, they're outgrowing the pot that they've got going on right there. And then I'm putting them into a bigger pot like that, or a bigger, rounder pot. This big square one was the first time that I've tried this, so we'll see how it works. I think it might work out a little bit better than the more shallow ones that I have here. They're both about the same price at Lowe's, about $13. So you can see what I have going on over here. So the idea is, if you look over here also, I've got my lilies from last year. that are coming back. It was a little chilly for a couple of days over the course of our Florida winter, which is really about 4 days long. You can see, I'll get a little closer, you can see some of my gouramis here. They're starting to have babies. I've got some goldfish here that were the 16-cent goldfish. When I first started, they were some of the first ones that I put in there. Now they're about 9 inches long. Here I've got a bunch of barbs. And here I've got cichlids. These are Jack Dempsey cichlids. A lot of people are like, oh, you have cichlids in with your other fish. Aren't they going to eat them? They do help population control a little bit, but also that they're very well fed, so I don't really have any issues with them. I don't want them to overtake the rest of the fish in the pond, so what I've done is I've gone through and I've taken some of these Jack Dempseys out. Right now I probably have about 30 of them out in there right now that are small. I've got a couple of larger ones. I'm going to take the larger ones out this year so that they don't breed and create about 200 smaller ones that they're very protective of. So, and this is the other side. You can see my barbs here are schooling. I've got albinos in there. I've got tiger barbs and green tiger barbs. And I've got some tetras in here. These are tangerine mollies, I believe. What I'm doing right at the moment is I'm in here and I'm cleaning out. You can see the surface of the water has kind of got a little bit of algae on it. It's because I've been in here cleaning it out and kind of getting all the muck out of the bottom of it, which you're going to have to do in your pond. So I'm really happy with the results so far. These hanging baskets on the side of my filter are new. So we're going to see how that goes. And I'm going to show you my filter. My filter is still operational, but I really don't turn it on. I don't really need it. And it's got like one of those paper filters in there. So this bog filter does a really great job of getting everything out of there. So what I will do is, like I said, this is my first video, and I'll post some pictures of what it looked like before I started doing this project, and then I will update you guys with what is going on after I get my replants and my new plants in here, probably next week or so. Thank you very much. Have a great day.